turn on the TV lights. I get to say this every single night now. My wife says it some of the nights now too. Granted, this isn't necessarily new for me. Like, I talk to my smart home and my lights like all the time, but my wife has always just preferred to like use the app or like do it the old fashioned way by just hitting the actual light switch. Then the sponsor of today's video, Lepro, sent me the STV1, and for whatever reason, this is the thing that got my wife to actually use her voice to operate our home's lights. And on paper, it just seems like this is going to be like your typical bias lighting, like you stick it on the back of your TV, it throws color on the wall, but I'll get into like all of that stuff. But what I really want to talk about is how this little light strip turned my wife into a person that actually talks to her house, which when you say it out loud, that sounds like a weird thing to want for your wife. But the feature that did it was not the one that I was expecting. But before I tell you all about that feature, let me try to add a feature for you in your life in the form of a $200 giveaway. I've been doing this for a little bit. It's one of my favorite ways to give back as a way to say thank you for watching my videos. All you have to do is leave a comment with your best lighting themed dad joke. I'm always looking for a good new dad joke. Give the video a thumbs up and make sure that there's a way for me to contact you. I'll run this for 10 days, open worldwide. All right, so a couple weeks ago, we were doing like our typical family movie night thing. In this case, we were watching the original Super Mario Brothers movie. We're getting our daughter ready for the new Super Mario Galaxy movie that was out in theaters. But halfway through, like I look over at my daughter and I see that she's kind of like squinting at the screen a little bit. And then I realized that like I'm kind of squinting too. And it's not that the picture was like messed up or anything like that. It's quite the opposite. Very positive perk of reviewing TVs for a living is having a lot of bright TVs just kind of like hanging around that I can use around the house. The problem with a bright TV is when you put it up against like a pitch black wall in a dark room, it's a lot on your eyes. It's gonna be way worse on my daughter's eyes. So I did the thing that I think any sane parent would do is you just turn the TV brightness down. Then my daughter immediately wanted to back up to full brightness. Then I turned a lamp on just to try to get some ambient light in the room. And then she immediately told me to turn it off. So, you know, like this is like normal 4-year-old small human kind of stuff. But the squinting issue was, it was just a contrast problem that my daughter was not going to let me solve. You have a bright screen against a pitch black wall, nothing in between for your eyes to sort of soften into. Bias lighting actually fixes that problem. You stick a strip behind the TV, it throws color onto the wall, and now your eyes get a much nicer transition between the screen and the rest of the room. And ultimately, that's kind of the STV1's whole deal. The STV1 is an AI bias lighting kit. You stick strips to the back of your TV or a monitor, and then a little sensor sits on top and then just reads what's on the screen. And then the strip will mirror those colors onto the wall behind the TV in real time to sort of like extend out the image. It can do other things too, but like that's kind of like its main purpose. And it's not just pushing out colors in like one blended blob or anything like that either. It's doing multiple different colors at once. There is no remote. Everything is done through the Lepro app, and you can also control it with your voice with Alexa or Google Home. There's also a built-in AI that will make scenes for you if you ask it to. It's kind of like a novel thing that it can do. You kind of like describe a vibe and then it like will pick something out for you. It's like that kind of thing, which was an unexpected hit in our house. But again, I'll come back to that part in a little bit. Now the installation part of it, like it's completely fine. If you've used these before, like it's basically like all the other ones. You just peel the backing off, you stick it on the back of the TV, you plug it in, you got the app. All that part was super easy. The one part that may trip you up, because it kind of happened to me, it's a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi device only. And like, if you know, you know. Like my personal router is weird with 2.4 gigahertz devices, and it takes several times to get them to pair. This one took me like more than a few times to get it to pair. It's not a deal breaker, just like something to know, like if you get these, try it a few times if it doesn't connect right away, because it might be your router struggling with it, not necessarily the lights themselves. Now, something else to note, how bright these lights look greatly depends on your wall. If you have like a dark wall behind the TV, like any bias lighting that you buy is going to look pretty muted. Obviously, I'm gonna recommend you using it with a white wall if you have it, and that's going to just give you the best results. So the next night after the install, like we're finishing the second half of that Mario movie, because you know, like toddlers and their attention span, sometimes it takes a couple days to watch a whole movie. Same TV, same brightness, but this time is with the STV1 running behind it. No one was squinting. Your eyes don't get beat up quite as hard when the wall is sort of like working with the TV instead of fighting against it. So yeah, the bias lighting thing, like it sounds like it's purely just an aesthetic thing, but it's actually helpful beyond that. But my daughter's reaction to all this stuff, like it was actually like pretty adorable. Like she kept pointing at the wall like every time like one of the colors shifted and calling out the color, which was something that was happening all the time. So I had to kind of let her just kind of calm down a little bit and just watch the movie and enjoy the experience. Like the strip was part of the movie for her. So we ended up just kind of like leaving it on for everything afterwards. And I've been showing my daughter shows like Dragon Ball, which was like my favorite anime growing up. And let me tell you, if you're an anime watcher, these lights are like made for that experience. Like things like Piece by Piece, Inside Out, like even if it's not like a strictly an anime, it's just a colorful animation, it's going to look really, really good. And I noticed that my daughter was paying a lot more attention to the shows that I wanted her to watch, which was very exciting for me. Like it's because it's my lifelong dream to have a kid who is also into Dragon Ball, and that is like slowly becoming a reality, like almost thanks to these lights. And then another dream came true for me, because one night my wife and I, like, we were watching a movie on the couch, and the strip lights, they felt a little bit too bright, and I commented on it, so I went down to reach for the phone, open the app, and I was gonna turn the brightness down that way. But then my wife just turned to me and hit me with the, hey, this word, turn the TV lights to 50%. And then it did, very, very fast. And I turned to my wife, like my mouth was agape, partially because I didn't know that it could actually control the brightness like that with your voice, but more so that she actually spoke to our smart home, which is something that I have been trying to get her to do for years. And she just kind of looks at me innocently and was like, oh yeah, like Sophia and I figured it out while you were at the studio. She wanted to have a dance party. So I figured out how to get it to do that through the app. And then I learned that it could also do this. So I was very, very proud of my wife in that moment. And that part is the AI scene thing that I told you that I would come back to. Basically, you just tell the app to sort of set the scene. In my wife's case, she said, like, let's have a dance party, and then it will build something for you, like colorful on the spot. Now, my daughter loves a random dance party, so it has been a very big hit in our house. We tested it with a few other like random phrases, and it surprisingly kept getting it right, like every single time. And like most of these bias lighting strips that you've seen, it also has a music sync feature where it can react to the audio from the TV or from the room, and it works pretty well. So it definitely does what it says that it can do. Now, am I going to have my lights like throw us a party every single night? Like, no, probably not. But it's the same voice system sort of under the hood. So if you want to have the fun version of it, that option is at least available to you. Movie date night, that's also where I really, really appreciated this thing. So my wife and I, we've been going back and we've been watching Piece by Piece. Like we've seen that movie like 1,000 times, but like it's a huge family favorite in our house. And I mainly just wanted to watch that because I kind of wanted to see what the lights were doing. Every single beat to the music, every single Lego piece that lit up, color was just washing on the wall. And I mean, like, I don't want to like oversell this because like I get it. It's just bias lighting, and like this isn't necessarily a new concept, but the brightness of these was genuinely adding something to the experience for us. Like normally on these bias lighting things, they never really get quite bright enough, and these actually do. On the actual performance side though, color accuracy outside of pure white is really, really solid. The reds look like reds, the blues look like blues, and the scene transitions are really, really quick too. So the strip isn't going to visibly lag behind the TV really all that much. And that's kind of where a lot of like the cheaper kits kind of fall apart and kill that effect. That's how you're gonna know the cheaper ones from something like this. Now, a couple nitpicks though, that white balance that I mentioned on the strip, it's okay. If you stare at the LEDs directly, like you can definitely catch a little pink or green kind of bleeding where the red, green, and blue are trying to mix into an actual white color. Most of the time you're looking at the wall, so like not the strip, so you probably won't really matter. You're not gonna see a lot of that rainbow effect on the wall, but it's definitely there if you're the kind of person that notices that kind of thing. It's a pretty common growing pain with these biased lightings, especially when these companies are like kind of starting out or they're starting to get a little bit more popular. I'm willing to bet that Lepro tightens that up on the next revision. And something else that I hope that they adjust on the next version is adding just a little bit of length to that power cable for the sensor on top of the TV. Now, some of these TVs, they are really, really big, man, and some of the people have these mounted up pretty high. So adding another foot to the cable would definitely help and not having to add like an extension cable anywhere. It's a small thing, but like Lepro, I know that you're watching, one more foot on the next one, please. And with that, I think it's worth putting Lepro into context here because this isn't just like some kind of cheap brand that's popping up. Philips Hue for about 10 years or so was kind of the bias lighting gold standard. Then Govee came in as the cheaper alternative. Their color accuracy was surprisingly solid from day one for the price. It did take them a few years to really dial in that pure white color, but those prices for Govee, they kept on creeping up, and they ended up nearly matching Hue in price and quality, sometimes beating Hue in those respects. Lepro feels like they're kind of on the same track as like the early Govee days. Like the quality is there, the prices are still very, very reasonable, and for the money, the Lepro app is way better than Hue's app and is way better than Govee's. Like I've never really clicked with Govee's app. So if you're deciding between those three, this is a huge factor to consider. So look, The STV1, like, it does the bias lighting thing that it says that it's supposed to do. Now, if your eyes get tired of like watching a TV in a dark room, or you've been eyeing bias lighting without wanting to drop like that Hue level of money, just take a look at this. They're really bright, the color accuracy is there, and the scene extension part really works well. And on top of that, there's a bit of AI fun there if you're kind of like into that sort of thing. Links to everything that you need to know are in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.